maybe some of you that has a spirit of intercession on your life, the gift of intercession on your life, you can help to push, help me to push on through this right here. I'm stuck. When I say I'm stuck, I'm saying I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck at home. I'm usually out. But I sense something in my spirit that I am working to navigate through. Literally, I'll be honest, I've been sitting at the kitchen table from 10 o'clock till I just got up and walked in here in my office. Just literally sitting, stuck right there at the kitchen table, right there. I moved from the bedroom this morning, got up to get dressed and all, then went into sitting at the kitchen table. There's a couple of things I take care of before I leave out the house, and I got stuck literally right there. I have this, what I'm saying to you is you just never know. I need y'all to help me to push through this, to get through this, to see what it is as the life of an intercessor. The life of an intercessor. As I was sitting there at the table, the Lord would say to me, I saw where he said there was something that came up that said attachment unavailable. Attachment unavailable. So I'm going to share this little portion of what I know the Lord said to me for me to share. Attachment unavailable. I wrote it down when I heard, I seen it come across, and I wrote it down. And what the Lord said to me was there is a season that we are upon right now as to where the Lord is about to detach us from some things, from some people, from some issues, from some circumstances, where when it shows back up to make the connection, it is going to be confronted with attachment unavailable, which means that I'm no longer in this place anymore. You can no longer do what you used to do anymore. No longer gonna be what I used to be anymore. Attachment unavailable. I did hear the Lord say that, so I want to release that as an encouragement to say to you, because I do know when I hear the Spirit of the Lord, there's something deep in my spirit that I'm having to just sit and just pray through right now. I've been having dreams that have just really, really got me. I don't even want to publicly put them out like that, because I have really been seeing some things in my dreams, and things have been coming to pass. I'm that one that if I see you in my dream, woe beyond to you. It's either one or two things. You're either doing something you have no business against me, or either there is something going on as to where I need to be in deep intercession for you, because it is a plan, a plot of the enemy to destroy. So I do not play with my dreams. I don't play with my dreams, and I'm sensing something in the spirit. I do realize that the local community, District 4 predominantly, is in a place right now because of some things that we've had to go on, some unfortunate things that happened on last week that we've had to go on. But I don't know. I can't really tell you exactly what it is that's happening. So those of you that do know the word of prayer, those of you that do love me, I'm asking that you would help me to push to navigate through this, because I'm just not your typical person. You look at me and think, that's just Delphine. Some of you, that's just Msphine, or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, I'm not your typical person. When I say not your typical person, I don't play about the things I do for God. I live this to the best of my ability. He has me on lock right now. I mean, literally on lock right now, trying to push through something. And little do you know, I titled this, You Never Know, because see, I could be on lock because of you. You just never know, because in intercession, you don't know who it is. You don't get to choose who it is that the Lord wants you to pray for. You don't get to choose. You don't get to make the decision that, I'm going to pray for such and such at this time, and I'm not going to pray for those people. No, as an intercessor, you give yourself unto the Lord. You lend yourself over to the Lord to say, whatever you would have for me to do, whomever it is you would have for me to pray for them, that's what I give myself to. Something is stirring. I look I sat and I looked, I was like, man, I looked in scriptures. I went over to First Timothy chapter 2. Check this out. First Timothy chapter 2. I'm saying, God, what is it? I'm locked in right now, man. You got me. You pretty much got me. I mean, I'm shut in. I'm about can't hardly move. That's literally how shut in I am. I don't know. I've prayed, you know what I'm saying? I got a phone call of someone sick. I prayed, but I thought that might have been it. I was like, well, is that what it is? But I still couldn't get it off of me. I shared something, a word God gave me with somebody. I thought that might have been it. I still couldn't get it off of me. And now here I am, here I am right here at this place. I'm telling you, you don't ever know. You cannot just take it for granted. You don't ever know. I really wish we as a people would care more about what we do not see more than we care about what we do see. The things that we see in this world are things that are temporal, that are going to pass away. It is the unseen things, the things that you don't know about, the plots, the plans, the ploys, the schemes of the enemy that you are not aware of that could cause the most danger to come to you. It is those things that you have to have the discerning eye of God, the discerning spiritual essence of God in order to help you to navigate. So those things are very important. It is those things. It is the tactics of the enemy by way of retaliation that will come to attempt to do things. You got to know, let me say this to my people that are used by God. You got to know if God uses you in any capacity, even in the smallest minute capacity, that there is a retaliation that will come anytime you are opening blinded eyes. God help me. Anytime that you are unclogging deaf ears, you are bringing light in the midst of darkness. You are feeding a hungry soul, quenching a thirsting mouth. The enemy is going to come in a form of retaliation in order to try to knock you off course, to try to stop you. It is important that we stay close to the blood. It is important that we stay under the shadow of the Almighty. It is important that we stay connected to the vine. It is important that we make sure we are anchored, steadfast, unmovable, and always abounding in the work of the Lord. It is important that those things happen for us. It's very important. I'm telling you, I'm locked in, man. I'm talking about strapped down, locked in. Y'all literally don't see the things that are on me. It seems my hands are free, it seems, but I'm bound, locked in. He has me shut in right now in a place, and something inside of me, there is like warring going on. My spirit literally is in a place of my spirit is literally in a place where it is praying. It is literally warring, waging, coming through. And I said, you just never know, because it could be about you. It could be about you. It could be about some of my family. You just don't ever know when you deal with intercession. You don't ever know. So I'm looking, 1 Timothy chapter 2, check it out. 1 says this here. Paul tells them, he says, listen, son, he's talking to Timothy. He's talking to him as a mentor, a father in the faith to him. He says to him, he says, listen, son, I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, supply, give supply, please. Prayers, please pray. Intercession, please give of yourself for somebody else, as well as the giving of thanks be made for all men. It's what he says. I'm stuck. Hold up, y'all. Check. I'm stuck right there. He says, I exhort, therefore. Have you prayed for somebody? Don't wait until it happens to you. Pray for somebody. Care about somebody else and what is going on. You just never know. I'm telling you, you just never know. Please don't look at the people next door and think that, oh, that's just them. I'm sorry about what they're dealing with. but I got my business over here to tend to. Please don't think like that, because you just never know. I'm telling you, you just never know. And how you handle somebody else's affairs will be predicated upon how you handle affairs and how your affairs are handled by somebody else. Again, 1 Timothy 2:1, stuck me, I'm stuck. It says, I exhort therefore that first of all, the first thing is supplications. Have you given of your supply? What have you given out of what you have? You carry a supply. You have the ability to help somebody. Your supply, you're not empty. Although you may feel as though you're void, God, please help your servant. Although you feel you are void, like you have just, you don't know the weight I'm carrying. Pastor Lee, you don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know how heavy this is. You still have a supply. Why? Because there is breath within your body. You still have the reason, if it's nothing but to say, I woke up this morning, and because I woke up this morning, that means God gave me victory over yesterday. So if you feel like you haven't won, yes, you have won. You won over yesterday if you woke up today. My God, if you woke up today, you won over yesterday. So please, don't be thinking that you don't have a supply. Supplication. Supply. You have a supply. There is supply and demand. There is a demand, baby. I promise you there is a demand. Delphine, sit down. Don't you go anywhere today. I know you got some places you want to go. I know it's some things that you want to do, but you sit down. I know you're working on getting your businesses going, but you sit down because that part of you that is an intercessor, that part of you that has been given for others, that part of you is needed today. Sit your butt down and pray. Be still until I release you to move. You be still and know that I am God. You intercede for the people. You cry out for the people. You make yourself available for the people. You do that. You have a supply. Paul is telling Timothy, son, listen to me. Listen to me. You do have something that you can give. Even if you feel as though you don't, yes, you do. You do have something that you can give. There is a demand because there is a supply. There would be no demand if there was no supply, and there would be no supply if there was no demand. That is just how it's interchangeable. It works just like that. So you do have something that you can give, even in the midst of the tears, even in the midst of the pain, even in the midst of not understanding, don't know what's going on, don't know what to do. There is still a supply that lives on the inside of you. If you woke up today, you defeated yesterday. You defeated yesterday. Yesterday didn't have victory. It did not have victory. It did not have victory if you woke up today. If you woke up today. So live like you're a winner. Live like you are a winner. Live like you're a winner. You don't know what today wants to bring you. Live like it can bring you something spectacular. Live like it can bring you something awesome, something amazing. Live like it can do for you something you have not ever imagined. Live like it can. You don't have to be restricted by the things of old. Allow those things to pass away, and behold, all things to become new. Live as though God is who He is. Live as though God can do what He can do. Live as though He is King. Live as though He is Lord. Live as though He's Savior. Live as though He is the Messiah. Live as though He is the head corner. Please live your life as though, God help me, live your life as though He is I am. Paul tells Timothy, 1 Timothy 2, I'm stuck. The intercessor is locked in today. But you never know. It could be about you. You never know. I don't argue with God. When he locks me up to intercede, I don't argue. I don't say, well, I don't want to pray for them. I don't want that. No, no, no. I just make myself, Lord, I'm available to you. My will, I'll give to you. I'll do what you say. Use me, Lord, that I may be a bridge that someone can cross over. I stretch out as a bridge for someone to cross over to make it to the other side, because we desperately need you in this hour and in this